Hey folks, welcome back. Thank you for joining me today for this coffee time chat about why this is my forever wallet. And if you suffer from unexplained back pain, you may want to stick around for this. Let's get on it. I clearly remember my first wallet. It was on my 13th birthday. I got a Captain America wallet with a crisp $20 bill in it. Back in those days, 20 bucks felt like $1,000. It kind of looked like that wallet over here, except it was made out of plastic. In my later years, I briefly worked in the food service industry and then mostly retail. I was always on my feet. As I started moving up in my career, I started sitting more, and my wallet began expanding. Not with money, but with life. More IDs, insurance cards, debit cards, credit cards, receipts, business cards, and other stuff. After some time, I started experiencing lower back pain. Wallet neuritis. Really, it's a thing. Check it out. Apparently, a thick wallet combined with my big head and heavy torso is not good for your sciatic nerve, which runs down your legs. So, to resolve this issue, instead of sitting on my wallet, I started placing my wallet on my desk. This habit created more issues for me. I began losing my wallet a lot more, forgetting my wallet at work, sometimes leaving it in random places. It actually became the norm. Eventually, I realized that all I had to do was clean out my wallet. Once I cleaned out my wallet, it was neat and thin. I can easily store it in my front pocket. Problem solved, right? No. Since I already stretched it out, everything that I put back in fits loosely. At this point, I would decide I need a new wallet. So I'd go out, buy a new bifold or trifold, and definitely promise myself never to fill it up again. But a few months later, a few years later, you guessed it, I'm buying a new wallet. Definition of insanity. Fast forward to the last decade with the introduction of the Minimalist wallet. Great idea, right? But is it really practical? In some aspects, it is. It's great for the front pocket placement, but it's terrible for growth or carrying cash. It suffers with the same expanding and contracting issues of other wallets. In the past several years, I've noticed a trend where they're trying to actively solve this issue with elastic bands. Basically, fancy rubber bands. I'm not really fond of this. Now, if you're like me and accidentally put your wallet through the wash and dry cycle, like I do several times a month, that elastic is not going to last. Kind of like what happens to the elastic on your tighty-whities. So what about money clips and rubber bands? Those are great solutions, but they kind of suffer from the same thing. I've had a money clip before, and the money clips that I've seen, if you stretch it out too much or if you go too far with it, it's never going to go back the same way. And I really dislike the idea of having to break my wallet apart and build it back up again. Now, for a rubber band, it's just like anything else. It's eventually going to break. Now, I stumbled upon this beast that made so many promises. Doesn't use elastic, it uses a leather strap. You have this fancy locking mechanism that uses a leather strap that latches everything in place. Just like that. But what I found is after you clean out your wallet, this leather strap has already been stretched. So if you go with fewer cards, any slight pressure on the leather will cause it to unlatch. This was extremely annoying out of all of them because it would unlatch as I was taking it out of my front pocket, which caused all of my cards to just spill on the floor. Nowadays, all these fancy gimmicks of carbon fiber, RFID protection, is exactly what it is, a distraction from the truth. Wallets are a consumable. They are built to fail. That's why you can find big displays in department stores full of wallets. Consumable. 1 second. This brings me to the Firebox Wallet, or Easy Money Wallet. It's a very simple design. It's made from top grain leather, soft edges. It can also hold credit cards and or cash. Maximum dimensions for the cash, though, is 180 millimeters in length and 70 millimeters in width. But where it shines is in the accessibility and also the securing of the contents. This leather tongue locks everything nice and neatly into place. There are quite a few reviews online of this wallet. Everything from the measurements to storing pens, flashlights also you can do in it because the amount of space that you actually have inside here. People like to store things. Don't know why, but you can. And I've also seen where people have actually used this leather tongue as a strap to sharpen knives. And I definitely encourage you to watch those informative feature videos because they're extremely important to really get a full understanding and grasp of why and how this wallet was made. Today, what I want to focus on is one characteristic that makes this my forever wallet. And it's simple. It's the curves. Yep, I said it. It's the curves. So let me explain. Take a look at this and tell me what you see. Do you see the curves? This is what I'm talking about. You may see a bulge in these key points, but what I see really is an opportunity for this wallet to naturally expand and contract with my lifestyle. I'm going to use this paper clip box that's about 3/4 inch thick. Now look at that. I'm pretty sure that this can easily expand to 1 inch without stretching the leather. Look at the tongue. It still naturally locks everything securely into place. If this leather ever stretches, its design will always keep the contents secure and will naturally be self-adjusting. I'm not sure if this was an intentional design or just a happy accident, as Bob Ross would say, but this is what sold me. I just wanted to share with you a fact about this wallet which makes it my forever wallet. I'm going to go ahead and leave the link to the product down in the description, so if you were interested in it, just go ahead and check it out. Alrighty folks, thanks again for taking the time to watch this coffee time chat. And if you want me to keep on making videos like this, please go ahead and smash that like button and also consider subscribing. If you have any feedback, please post them in the comments. And hey, have a good burn.